Magnolia, right there in Riverside. There's just a whole lot going on there. There's going to be some silent auctions. Every penny that comes in is going back to help fund the mission. And I believe this past year, I actually went over there with the crew and made my very first documentary, film documentary. I shot the team and followed them from city to city as they went and took their traveling medicine. I won't call it a show, but it was quite eventful. But they went in from multiple cities and pretty much just took care of whatever they could to do the needs of those poor people up in the northern regions. They're desperately needing the medical help and attention. But that's what my documentary is all about. I'm actually going to be there tomorrow speaking on behalf of Good Samaritans and the documentary itself. We are going to be doing kind of a little sneak preview of the documentary, probably about 10, 13 minutes long. Last weekend, I joined your show, and I think we were very fortunate to have the very lovely McKee Sullivan that joined us. She was America's Next Top Model winner a few years ago. And McKee has graciously given her voice to this project and is going to be doing the narrating for the entire documentary. I was fortunate enough last week to sit down and do some video of her and actually capture what it means for her to be a part of this event and also the film, rather, and talk to her about where she's headed away from her modeling, which is into the field of medicine, which is particularly tying into the whole Good Samaritan.
That's right, and I was so thrilled and Christina was excited also when we were talking to you and Makia last week about this. And both of us got hooked into the American Next Top Model. And when she won, everybody was totally thrilled. But actually to talk to her and hopefully to meet her in person quite soon is going to be even better. And the other thing that I got to say about Jeff, I really, to Yvonne and everybody that is listening to me, I and my partner Richard had the sheer pleasure of meeting him last month at the Crescent Jewels when we were doing another fashion show with Jesse J Collections and all the guys from LA, and Jeff was filming it. And that's how we got to meet. His work is absolutely incredible.
How exciting.
Yeah, we were laughing, and he says, what do you think? And I says, I love your camera. I want your camera. And now he's laughing with his girlfriend about this camera thing. And the other thing, too, Jeff, what made me feel good is during the Vietnam era, yeah, we were all there, and everybody helped to destroy that country on both sides. And I'm glad now that it's finally getting built back up and that you and your team and the doctors are over there to help these children. And it's like giving back. And when I was talking to you, the first thing that came to my mind was the sound of them helicopters coming over. And so thank you so much for doing this for everybody.
You know, that was, a lot of people asked me what it was like when I was over there filming the documentary. I was fortunate enough, actually, to travel. I was asked by the city of Riverside to travel with them and film their sister city relationship with or a budding relationship with the city of Kansas, which I think that your community of Riverside right there kind of knows about a lot of this that's happening right now. But I was fortunate enough to document all that, and while I was en route down there driving, I couldn't help but look out into the open, vast jungles and flatlands and banana palms and the high marsh and the dirt roads and look at that and say to myself, man, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
I got over here laying down fire, getting shot up, fighting for a cause, I guess. To some, a lot of people didn't know what it was all about. Some people are still very frustrated with that. But it was a very ghostly, eerie feeling knowing that our boys were there just not too long ago. And, it's kind of, I don't have a word. I know that the doctor, Ian Dolan, that is the head of the Good Samaritan Medical Dental Ministry, he met last week with veterans of I think the Inland Empire area about the whole sister city relationship. I saw it in your press enterprise, I believe. Mm-hmm. He had a big sit down with them. I think he was able to sway some opinions, some of them, about the sister city relationship. But there's a lot of healing that needs to happen there still. I know that a lot of the guys were, maybe perhaps swayed a little bit, but some others still got a lot of pain, and that's normal. We're not, none of us are robots. We're all human beings.
And that's right. And Jeff, I hate to cut you off, darling, but these phones are flashing over here like a Christmas tree. But thank you so much for doing all of this and the great work, and the filming is incredible what you do. And one more time, let's bump out the address and the phone number and the time.
Riverside Community Hospital Health Education Center, mouthful, 4445 Magnolia. It is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Cost is $40 for adults, $25 for children under 13. It's an amazing full dinner, entertainment, silent auction. If you've never been to this event at all, it's a pretty compelling event. It really speaks volumes of the country that, clear across this globe, and gives you a different view of what other people go through. But I hope to see everybody out there. Bev, it was good catching up with you again, and look for us on the big screen. Yes, and I will talk to you sometime tomorrow. You know what? One more item. Didn't even plug the name of the documentary. The name of the documentary is called Don't Give Up, and you can go to don'tgiveupthemovie.com and look at everything that we're doing right there, and even donate to help get it finished up out of this post-production. Okay, thank you so much. You're welcome, and get back to your filming. I'll get back to doing the show, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And again, Jeff, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Yeah, it's if you've never seen that film, take a moment and see it. Okay, now we are back to Yvonne. I'm back. Yes, thank you for that, honey. But when I seen that flashing, and I knew the timing. No worries. And so we were talking about recap on how it got started, Apple One, the amount of employees, the length of the contract, month to month to month. We talked about all the good stuff. Now let's hit the top 10 key things that you guys do. Yes, I will tell you, the other program that we offer is HR On Demand. Now, what is that? That is like having an HR representative at your fingertips. Let's just say, as a business owner, you have an employee that doesn't show up to work, job abandonment. How do you handle that? So we have a website, this program. You can call in the number, or you can send an email. You can call them, and this program is available to our clients. We actually offer it for free for 30 days when you join our payroll, Apple One Payroll, when you partner with us. This program also creates your employee handbook. How many business owners out there have an employee handbook that was created maybe 10, 15 years ago and haven't updated it? Quite a few. Mm-hmm. And that's not an easy task, writing them handbooks. No. Here, we can create your employee handbook in English or in Spanish. If you have one, you can upload it, send it in. It takes 5 to 7 business days, and they come back and update your employee handbook for you. It creates your job descriptions. Mm-hmm. It also gives you state and federal alerts, letting you know of upcoming changes for employers. Again, there's refresher courses, disciplinary action, there's checklists. The most important thing for a business owner is they're either going to hire an employee, terminate them, or do a performance review. Within this program, it's unbelievable. They even have like audio, video tutorials that you can get educated if you want to learn about discrimination in the workforce. So many different things are available. This is a great tool, and it is available. We offer it to our payroll clients. It's anywhere from $25 to $30 per month, but it's an awesome program, and I truly, truly
believe in.
And all of that. Now, going down the line here, what is this refresh your vacation, sick, and a PTO program?
Paid time off.
Is that what it is? I was wondering.
Yeah.
And I was looking at that. Now, how does one refresh a vacation? I thought you went on vacation to get refreshed, not the other way around.
No, it's just updating your vacation, sick time, and paid time off programs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just getting up to date with all of that because, everything changes, and we're about staying up to date with the current changes and letting our business clients made aware of those changes. So
now that's pretty cool. Now, how many people are under you?
What do you mean under me?
Well, you're up here.
Oh.
And how many people work under you?
Well, we have about, we just currently upstate hired about 7 more employees. And
well, that's nice.
Yes. We actually are ramping up for the new year. I will tell you, my goal is to close about 20 to 30 accounts for January. We recently just hired 3 more sales reps, so we have a total of 7 regional account executives. I myself handle the Inland Empire, and we are gearing up for the new year. I'm telling you, our operations manager has about 32 years experience. Combined experience with the 7 new staff that we hired, we're definitely in gear to have about 30, 40 employees internally to assist all our clients with their needs. So we're really excited. I will tell you, Apple One in the last 3 or 4 years has grown because we've never had regional account executives out in the field. Apple One has 2,500 location staffing and 200 in Riverside. So,
really?
Yes. So what would happen is when a business owner needed payroll, the branch manager of the Apple One staffing would just call Torrance, our corporate office, and they would set up the payroll. So when we were recently then, they said, we need to get the word out. People need to know that Apple One offers payroll. And let me tell you, it's been amazing. In the 2.5 years that I've been with Apple One Payroll, it's just people know now that Apple One has payroll.
Just out of curiosity, because I see the lights are coming again, how did they get the name Apple One? What were they making apples and decided, hey, we need 1 apple to make a pie? How did they do this?
That's a question that we're going to have to ask Mr. Bernie Howroyd. But I will tell you, it being the A is for the Yellow Pages, maybe it's the first name that comes up, but that's a great question that I'm going to ask him.
Yeah, and then we can tell all the listeners.
Yes, for the next call, when I call in, I'm going to have that answer for you.
That's cool. And also, talking about everybody I had the opportunity that one day that we met,
yes.
And Luke was there,
yes.
And Luke is hooked up with you with his insurance company, isn't he?
That is correct. I will tell you, what I love about Apple One is we partner with business associates that have the same philosophy and drive and passion for the job that we do. And I call it a career because it's not a job. Luke Kibler with Goodwin Insurance, that gentleman, I'm telling you, he offers workers' comp solutions to all my clients. Like this morning, we met at a coffee shop at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to Placentia to go visit a client in Los Angeles. And yes, we closed that payroll. He did the workers' comp. He's been on vacation and has to come down from Big Bear to visit my clients. He goes above and beyond the call of duty. And so him as well, my husband and I also own a business, and my husband does investments, and he does the 401k retirement. So I partner with business associates that have that same passion and drive and morally, ethically do the right thing for the client. And that's really important.
That is so neat. I'm so glad you're here today. And before we enter this red light that's flashing here, why don't you bump out your contact information, darling?
Okay. It's Yvonne Mendez. My number is 951-490.